without a warning, like a story already known. Every answer pulled me closer, even when I stood alone. There was something in your silence that I couldn't turn away. Every step became a question. I was willing still to stay. Every instinct tried to stop me. Every reason lost its voice. Some hearts chase what they shouldn't, thinking they still have a choice. Beautiful disaster, you were everything at once. Every dream and every heartbreak wrapped into one touch. Beautiful disaster, the sweetest kind of fall. I knew I'd lose myself with you, still I gave my all. Every promise felt familiar, like it had been said before. I kept believing every ending could become something more. Then the truth began unfolding, one quiet piece at a time. Love can wear a perfect smile while leaving scars behind. I don't blame the girl who trusted. She believed in something real. Some lessons only find us through the pain we finally feel. Beautiful disaster, you almost stole my soul. I kept trying to save us while losing my control. Beautiful disaster, you taught me how to see. The hardest kind of goodbye was the one that rescued me. Now I carry every lesson without carrying the pain. What once felt like forever no longer has my name. Every ending made me stronger. Every scar became a sign. The heart that almost broke me helped me find what's mine. You talk about the years ahead as if they're guaranteed. You say my name so confidently, like I'm all you'll ever need. I laugh and change the subject. You notice every time. You're already making promises. I'm still trying to decide. It isn't that I don't want you, it isn't that I'll run. I've just seen perfect endings come completely undone. I've got trouble with forever, but I'm trying to believe. I know how to hold you closer, I don't know how not to leave. I've got trouble with forever. Every time you say the word, part of me wants to surrender. Part of me pretends I never heard. You never asked for guarantees. You take me as I am. Even when I pull away from you, you never force my hand. I know that you can feel it, the distance that I keep. I wanna give you everything, but promises run deep. Maybe love is not an answer, maybe it's a daily choice. Maybe staying starts with trusting what I hear inside your voice. I've got trouble with forever, but I'm trying to believe. I know how to hold you closer, I don't know how not to leave. I've got trouble with forever. Every time you say the word, part of me wants to surrender. Part of me pretends I never heard. Don't ask me for a lifetime, just ask me for today. Let me learn to stay beside you without planning my escape. I can't promise I'll be fearless, I can't promise certainty, but I can promise when you reach for me, I won't disappear so easily. I've got trouble with forever, but forever might be you. Maybe love is simply choosing what you're frightened most to lose. I've got trouble with forever, still I'm standing by your side. I may never say it perfectly, but I'm willing now to try. Trouble with forever, but not with loving you. Trouble with forever, not with loving you. Trouble with forever. We've been speaking like old lovers, careful with the words we choose. You remember all my secrets, but you barely know me now. There's a distance in your manner, something restless in your eyes. We could talk about forever, or forget it for a while. Don't remind me how we started, don't explain where we went wrong. Let me feel you without wondering why it took us both so long. Kiss me like a stranger, like we've never said goodbye. Like you don't know where I'm fragile, like I never heard you lie. Kiss me like a stranger, with nothing left to lose. For one moment let me believe I'm someone you would choose. We became too good at hiding every feeling left unsaid, turning love into a habit, going nowhere in our heads. I don't need another promise, I don't need a grand excuse. I just want the way you wanted me before we learned the truth. Don't remember all the endings, don't repeat what we became. Let your hesitation leave you before you whisper my name. Kiss me like a stranger, like we've never said goodbye. the boy who spoke too quickly, trying hard to seem composed, turning every doubt to laughter, so nobody really knew. You could always see beneath it, past the confidence I played. You never asked me to be different, you just listened when I stayed. We had plans without direction, we had courage without proof. I was learning how to trust someone every time I spoke with you. I'll stop the world with you, let everything else pass by. For one moment we'll remember who we were before goodbye. I'll stop the world with you, like nothing ever changed. Two young hearts against the future, calling each other's name. I remember all the questions that I carried in my head. Would I ever make a difference? Would I become what people said? You told me I was more than restless, more than every failed attempt. You made growing up feel possible when I hadn't found myself yet. We believed that being older meant we'd finally understand. Now I know that growing stronger sometimes means admitting you can. I'll stop the world with you, let everything else pass by. For one moment we'll remember who we were before goodbye. I'll stop the world with you, like nothing ever changed. Two young hearts against the future, calling each other's name. I became the man I wondered if that frightened boy could be. Still there are days I hear his questions speaking quietly through me. I would tell him, keep believing, you don't need to know the end. Some people change your whole direction simply by becoming friends. I'll stop the world with you, not to turn the years around, just to thank the boy I once was for the courage that he found. I'll stop the world with you, and let that moment stay. We were young enough to dream it, strong enough to find our way. I'll stop the world with you, just long enough to see the boy I used to be, still living inside me. The girl at 17, me at 17, still believed in everything. Thought forever meant forever. Thought love could never leave. She would never recognize the woman I've become today. She'd ask me why I stopped believing and why I walked away. I still remember every promise, every dream I couldn't keep. How betrayal found me slowly and stole my innocence from me. I learned some words are easy when they never have to stay. Some hearts only visit before they walk away. If I could meet her one more time, I'd tell her not to rush. Some people only teach you how to survive the loss. Me at 17, she still danced without a fear. Never thought that loving someone could disappear like this. She believed in second chances. She believed in happy ends. She never knew that broken hearts could change the way you live. I don't miss the pain you gave me. I miss who I used to be before every silent promise changed the girl inside of me. Maybe growing older means letting pieces go, but there's a part of 17 I'll always want to know. Me at 17 still smiles inside my mind. find me in the middle of ordinary days. I never thought a single moment could quietly change my ways. Then you smiled across the silence, and my guarded heart gave in. Now every road I used to walk alone feels like home with you within. There's a fear that comes with loving when someone means this much to you. But I'd rather hold tomorrow than spend my life with what ifs too. And now you're here beside me. Words can't carry what I feel. If forever has a heartbeat, yours is all that sounds so real. I won't leave you doubting. I won't be the cause of pain. From the first time that I saw you, nothing's ever been the same. It's always been you and me. Every promise feels much lighter when your hand is holding mine. Like the world stops asking questions every time our fingers bind. I can see the years before us, like a picture coming true. All the love I used to wish for was leading me to you. If the lights all fade around us, I will still know where you are. Through the quiet and the chaos, I would find you in the dark. And now you're here beside me. No more searching through the blue. I will stand through every season and keep choosing only you. You will never walk alone now. I'll stay through the highs and lows, from this moment to the last one. You're the only heart I know. It's always been you and me. It's always been you and me. Everybody thinks I'm doing fine. They see me laugh, they see me smile. They don't know what it took to stand. After losing what I held in my hands, I still hear your name sometimes, and it catches me by surprise. But I've learned how to keep moving on, even when a part of me is gone. night I'm learning how to live without holding your hand. So I'm dancing through the heartache. One more song, one more chance, turning all my sorrow into one more dance. I may never forget you, but I won't stay the same. I'll keep dancing through the heartache until I find myself again. I'm not running from the memory. I'm just learning how to move. And with every beat that's passing, I'm getting closer to the truth. I thought the years would make it easier to leave your name behind, but every time I think I've made it, you're somewhere on my mind. I kept myself from looking back, pretended I was fine, but some memories don't ask permission, they arrive without a sign. I never blamed you for leaving or wished you anything less. I just never learned the secret of loving you any less. You're a love I can't forget, a feeling I still haven't lost yet. Not because I haven't tried or because I stayed behind, but some hearts keep a story long after it should end. And no matter where life takes me, you're a love I can't forget. I've smiled through different chapters, met people passing through, but nobody ever knew me the way I felt with you. And though I learned to carry on and found my feet again, there are parts of who I am that still remember then. Maybe time can ease the hurting, maybe scars become less deep, but some names stay forever, and the promises we keep. You're a love I can't forget, a feeling I still haven't lost yet. Not because I can't move on or because I stay too long, but some hearts keep a story long after it should end. And no matter where life takes me, you're a love I can't forget. I don't need another chance or words we left unsaid. I just hope that somewhere in your heart you smile when I'm remembered. You're a love I can't forget, the kind that time can't replace yet. And though our paths have gone apart, you still live inside my heart. Not every love is meant to stay, was exactly what you planned. The day we met, I didn't know my life was changing. The day we met, everything felt new and strange. You said my name like somehow you already knew me. The day we met, I never felt the same. Years can turn a promise softer. People take a different road, but I still hear that old recording and remember what we told. Maybe we were never perfect, maybe nothing ever is, but I would choose that diner moment for our first uncertain kiss. The day we met, we were young and barely ready. The day we met, you held my nervous hand. You said my name and every doubt became so distant. The day we met was where our story began. The day we met at that little diner, I still remember you.
I still remember what I couldn't say. I used to hide behind my laughter whenever feelings came too near. You always knew when I was acting. You heard the truth beneath the fear. I thought that silence made me stronger, that keeping distance kept me safe. But every time you turned toward me, my careful words just slipped away. I was searching for an answer. You were standing next to me. I kept trying to look certain while you saw what I could be. You were what I couldn't say, the thought that never went away. I tried to keep my heart composed, but you were everything I question, every answer turned uncertain. I could feel the distance fading, even when I knew the cost. Some hearts chase the very things they know will leave them lost. Every instinct whispered slowly, turn around before it's late. But desire kept on pulling, stronger than my own escape. Dangerous attraction, taking over every thought. I know I should be leaving, still I stay with what I've got. Dangerous attraction, you pull me closer every time, even knowing where it ends. I keep crossing every line. Every promise felt convincing, every silence drew me near. I kept searching for tomorrow, while forgetting every fear. Now I see the hidden patterns written underneath the charm. Some embraces feel familiar, even when they leave their marks. Every heartbeat tries to warn me, every memory says let go. Still there's something deep inside me that refuses to say no. Dangerous attraction, like a story I can't change. Every step I take toward you pulls me farther out of range. Dangerous attraction, you almost made me believe that losing who I was a small price to keep you with me. I won't spend forever chasing something never meant for me. The strongest choice is walking before I lose what's left of me. Every lesson has a purpose, every ending leaves a sign. I choose the voice that's calling from somewhere deep inside. Dangerous attraction, you no longer own my heart. I found strength inside the pieces you could never tear apart. Dangerous attraction, your hold is fading now. I'm no longer searching for you, I'm finally finding myself somehow. Dangerous attraction, no more looking back, I'm letting go.
I never asked you for forever, or words too big to keep. I only kept the little moments that still visit me in dreams. You never knew how much I wanted to tell you how I felt, but I was scared of losing you. If you ever feel the same, I've tried to leave it all behind me and let the years move on. But some feelings stay familiar, even when the moment's gone. I've met people who were kind and stories I could choose, but nobody could take the place of what I found in you. And maybe I'm a fool for hoping, maybe I should walk away, but some truths refuse to fade, no matter what they say. If you ever feel the same, if my voice still crosses through, if somewhere deep inside your heart there's a part that misses too, you don't have to promise anything or try to ease the pain. Just let me know somehow if you ever feel the same. I don't need another lifetime or reasons carved in stone. I just wonder if you've ever felt less alone when I was close. And if the answer's no, then I'll accept the truth. But I'd regret it all my life if I never asked about you.